In this week's edition of CivilNet's weekly business digest, we take a look at a newly unveiled investment package for Yerevan's Zvartnots airport and Armenian government plans to boost tourism spending. We also explore the Armenian government's decision last month to fine Booking.com for alleged breaches of the country's anti-monopoly laws. The company that operates Yerevan's Zvartnots International Airport has unveiled a 5-year investment and expansion plan. Last month, a senior official at Armenia's Ministry of Territorial Administration and Infrastructure estimated the investment package at $350 million. The company, Armenia International Airports, is ultimately owned by Argentine-Armenian billionaire Eduardo Ernequian, whose sprawling business empire includes more than 50 other airports, mostly in South America. Earlier this week, Ernequian met with Armenian Economy Minister Vahan Karobyan to discuss the airport expansion plan. While few details of the investment package have been made public, Karobyan did note that it envisages, quote, a much greater number of passenger flows and an increase in the number of flights and destinations. The Armenian government signed a 30-year concession agreement with Armenia International Airports in 2001, placing management of Zvartnots in Ernequian's hands. In the 2 decades since, the company has spent over $160 million on the airport, including the construction of a new terminal. According to figures from Armenia's Civil Aviation Committee, Zvartnots broke its all-time passenger traffic record last year at over 3.5 million people. That is up by more than 1 million people year on year. And as Zvartnots is set to expand, the Armenian government is planning to increase its spending on tourism this year to more than $2.5 million, a 5-fold increase from last year. That is according to Karobyan, the economy minister, who announced the spending decision earlier this week. Armenia's burgeoning tourism sector had a bumper year last year. According to preliminary data from Armenia's Tourism Committee, more than 1.6 million tourists visited the country in 2022, almost half of them from Russia. That represents a significant rebound following the pandemic and Karabakh War, though it still falls below Armenia's all-time record of nearly 1.9 million visitors in 2019. According to the World Travel and Tourism Council, tourism accounted for just over 6% of Armenia's GDP in 2021, the last year for which numbers are currently available. That year, visitors contributed over $600 million to the local economy. Sisyan Bogosyan, the head of the Tourism Committee, sat down with CivilNet last month to talk about her team's plans to make this year a record-breaking year for tourism in Armenia. You can find the full interview now on our website and YouTube channel. And in other tourism news, Armenia's Competition Protection Commission, a government anti-monopoly watchdog, has fined the company that owns the online travel agency Booking.com more than $850,000 for violating the country's competition laws. The commission made its decision public late last month after a lengthy investigation. It alleges that the Netherlands-based company, quote, abused its dominant position in Armenia's hospitality market by preventing Armenian hotels from offering their services at lower prices on other platforms. In response to the commission's allegations, Booking.com acknowledged that its wide parity policies require Armenian hotels to provide them with the cheapest prices, but rejected the notion that those policies amount to abuse of its position in the market. The company has 2 months to appeal the commission's fine. Geram Gevorgyan, the head of the commission, told CivilNet this week that his agency had initiated its investigation into Booking.com on its own accord, adding that Armenian hotels had not previously raised concerns with the commission over the company's conduct. Booking.com has previously faced allegations of anti-competitive behavior in Russia, Turkey, and a number of European Union countries.